This is me in the Uttaradit province, standing to some random piece next to a small shrine. This is a location where you get to relax and get to watch a viewpoint. And this piece is part of a giant sword. However, the sword isn't really that big. It's like only a few about meters long. And this sword actually belonged to the one and only Phraya Phichai Dap Hak, or Phraya Phichai Broken Sword. And today, I'm going to tell you the story behind this famous person. Phraya Phichai's real name is Joy, and he was born in 1741 in the Phichai district in Uttaradit. Joy was a normal child. He would have two younger brothers, but they would both die after birth due to massive infections from a disease somewhere nearby. We don't know where this disease came from, but let's just say they died from a disease. So Joy was the only person to live with his parents. He began doing things any ordinary type person would do here. And those were taking care of the buffaloes and working on the ranch, taking out the rice or something. Yeah. But there was one thing that he really loved doing the most. He was obsessed with boxing, especially Thai boxing or Muay Thai. And despite his young age, he would absolutely win in every single match. By the age of 14, he would go to the temple and would manage to read and write perfectly. And so the monk immediately sent him to a boxing school, and Joy became an absolute professional. He would jump over banana trees over and over again until he manages to get the right distance. And he would punch limes that are tethered under a tree branch in a quick and rapid rate. Take, for example, it is sort of like a punch. It's sort of like your average punching bag, but punching bags did not exist in Ayutthaya at that time. So, yeah. One day, a son from a prefect named Cherd came up to Joy, and the temple children, who were out there just to watch the whole ordeal, decided to, create a boxing match between Joy and Cherd, in which Joy won the match, with a badly bruised Cherd on the ground, dazed out of his mind. Instantly, Joy would dash out of the town, worried that he would be punished for doing whatever he'd done. And along the way, he would find a boxing teacher named Tiang, and he would rename himself from Joy to Tong Di. And his instructor would call him Dong Di with the white teeth because he never chewed on betel nuts. And yes, betel nuts were a thing back in the Ayutthaya times because many people liked to chew it just to have their teeth very black. So, moving on. He would unfortunately leave the town again because one of Tiang's old students got in a bit of an argument with the teacher himself, and then some propagation was starting to develop, leading to maybe Tiang being unpopular. And so Tong Di paid respect to the teacher and set off to another town. And along the way, he found a new sport. Instead of Thai boxing, it was Chinese opera. The stunts Joy saw were outstanding, and Joy really wanted to do it. And that's where he found another teacher named Meg, where he taught Joy some sword training. Sword training is really hard to do back in those times. But Joy, oh boy, he became an absolute expert at it. And later, one day, two burglars decided to come in, but Joy was able to, decapitate one person and cut off the arm of another person. Yeah, it's crazy, And then he just grew older and older, and he grew better and better at sword training. This was also during the time when Burma and the Ayutthaya got into several incredible wars. And in these wars, Joy decided to participate in. Well, before he did, though, he would manage to meet Taksin himself. And he would fight off another teacher named Now Dong, and he would manage to fight him off. easily, and he would manage to win 2 fights in a row, beating another guy in the process. And afterwards, King Taksin was amazed by his skills, and so why not send him into his army and make him a great soldier and make him one of his soldiers? Joy would constantly go into the battle many times, and he would fight those Burmese people with his sword. And many Burmese people were pretty scared of him. They were trying to get, they knew that this man was, they never knew this man, but he just slashed them with his sword, just slapping them and just legit slashing them, just killing them, just destroying the army. And on one day, he would go out into battle, and he was fighting along with the other people when one of his swords broke. But he still managed to keep on fighting. And he kept on fighting until Ayutthaya was soon consumed until King Taksin died in 1782. And unfortunately, Rama I also had to come in too. And this was probably after the Burmese Wars. It was devastating for his army, and his army didn't want to go to Rama I. He just wanted to be in the afterlife with King Taksin, and just like the other people in the army, Phraya Phichai Dap Hak unfortunately had to go too, and he died, and he got executed at the age of 41. Afterwards, a monument will be built in honor of him. And then we cut to the present day, and then here I am, standing next to a shrine that contained one of Ayutthaya's greatest artifacts. Thank you for listening to this story. I know it's a sad story, it's a very devastating story, but at least it always has, at least when every person dies, it always has a legacy. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.